Hey guys, it's Rico4 here, or Rico for short, and today I have another League of Legends match, this one featuring Udyr. Now, just in advance, I'd like to apologize. I haven't actually really been releasing any videos or that lately, pardon me. I just haven't really had any games to show or anything yeah, I decided to show this one, in one of my Udyr matches. This is taken from a ranked game, as you will be able to tell from the title. And yeah, so on my team I have myself playing Udyr, Malphite, Ashe, Lux and Sona. And on the other team we have a Garen, Mordekaiser, Twisted Fate, Renekton and Tristana. Now one thing we noticed is that they didn't have a jungler, so it was going to be 1v2 top for our Malphite. So we were going to try and help him out as much as I could in gank-wise to try and take that edge off it. So yeah, we should be going into the game in just a sec. Also, I want to point out I am sorry for the bad, really bad quality of my Shyvana video. This video probably won't be as bad. Hopefully not. Yeah, it was just a really weird day. I wasn't using the right settings and that. And there we go, we're into the game and it just skips ahead 1.5 minutes. Nope, 2 minutes. Right. Well, it just skipped 2 seconds for some reason and we're into the game already. So, Udyr, I am jungling, so I started blue with Leash, with Tiger Stance, which is his Q, which I'll talk about in a second, Cloth Armor, 5 health pots, and then you can just work your way down. With Udyr, with the new masteries and that, health potions not really needed actually. That with his turtle stance as well, it just is much safer now. I am also running 9 armor pen reds, 9 armor seals, 9 attack speed glyphs, and 3 attack speed. And pardon me, I wasn't actually there, but our Ashe was able to get a double kill, first blood, on the Mordekaiser and Renekton, so that was going to help us out a lot. A fed Ashe, it's not what you want to verse, but if you have that, that is really helpful. So yeah, I'm not too sure what I was talking about. Oh, it doesn't matter. So yeah, I'll go through his abilities. His passive is Monkey's Agility. Upon entering a stance, which is basically an ability, his abilities don't actually work like normal abilities. They are all stances. They change. They all have a persistent effect, and then activation effect that lasts a few seconds. And you can get them at all levels. All of them have 5 ranks except his Phoenix stance that has 3 ranks, I believe. Anyway, so yeah, Monkey's Agility. Upon entering a stance, Udyr temporarily gains 10% attack speed and 3% dodge chance. This effect can stack 3 times. This will be changed. So with Sivir and that, because the dodge is going to get removed and replaced with something else. I'm not sure what yet, but no one really actually knows. But yeah, so it will come out. I was going to gank mid using Bear Stance, which I'll talk about, but there was just no ganking opportunity, so I was going to go just straight to top to help out our Malphite. So his Q is Tiger Stance, which is its first stance. Its persistent effect increases attack speed by a fair amount, and its activation, unfortunately the Malphite did die. Tristana's really low. and so I believe is the Garen, not too sure. But I am going to use my best stance, going to flash, trying to get to this Tristana, going to use the best stance stun, and then go to Tiger, and then able to finish her off. I should be able to see the Garen somewhere, as he did go through here, and there he is. And I'm just going to try and chase after him, but he's just going to go back to his turret. So I headed down to mid to try and get this Twisted Fate. High Noon Twisted Fate. Yes, I will be trying to gank him. And meanwhile, while I wait in anticipation for this gank, I'm going to talk about his activation for Tiger Stance. The activation, he has increased attack speed by a set percentage, and then his first attack rends his target, dealing an extra 130 plus attack speed, which is over 1.0 ratio of all attack damage, magic damage over 2 seconds. And I wasn't there for the gank, but Lux was able to take down Twisted Fate, probably catching him in a Q using her skills. Unfortunately, our Ashe did die down bot to Mordekaiser. I really should try and pay attention to when there are kills going on. And now I was going to try and come down bot as I took their blue to try and help out. Sona is getting in a little bit of trouble. She is getting chased by Mordekaiser and Renekton, but they are going to back off. Going to use my best stance, going to catch up to this Mordekaiser. Able to use my Tiger stance to have the extra attack speed. And going to use that activation effect. And then I'm going to be able to take down Mordekaiser. So, Tiger stance, this and Phoenix stance are the two main abilities that you can use for jungling. I go for Tiger stance. Phoenix stance is faster, but I just personally don't like Phoenix. I prefer Tiger. It's also better if, say, the enemy jungler comes in, then you're able to deal more damage to them. Maybe. Not too sure about that. I'll have to try and check up on that. But, yeah. So, that's Tiger stance. His W is Turtle stance. So I'm just going to use my... they are going to chase after the Ashe. Unfortunately, I did just leave her. But, I wanted to get out safely. And I think, like, the Garen flashed or something. I'm not too sure. But, yeah. Mordekaiser chasing after this Ashe. She has exhausted him. You're going to use her frosting, and then we're going to chase after him, and then I'm going to be able to pick up the kill on him. Renekton's pretty low, but we're just going to leave him. Meanwhile, sorry I missed this, but Malphite was able to get a kill on Tristana. So right now it looks really good for us. Only 2 deaths on our team from Malphite and Ashe. And to be honest, Malphite did have a 2v1, so really good job on his part. And 7 kills for us, with me having 3. So we did try and go after this Renekton. He is pretty low, and I am going to be able to go after him. Unfortunately, Ashe is really low. She has been ignited. She is getting chased after Garen, and Garen's going to be able to take her down. Meanwhile, I am getting chased by Mordekaiser, almost dead, so close. But Garen's going to come in, use his spin, and then catch up with it with a flash. Right, yeah. I knew I wouldn't be able to get away, so I did decide to try and go back and get him. But it doesn't look like it. Right, so I did turn that cloth armor into a Wriggles Lantern. Wriggles Lantern, really good item on Udyr, plus it also gives that extra ward. I did pick up Mech Treads as well, as I will be doing a sort of off-tank. Plus they're also recommended. Yeah, also I noticed that the 2 people that had kills was Mordekaiser and Garen, and Mordekaiser AP, so I wanted a little bit of magic resist to help me against him. my next main item will be, I believe, a Phage and Frozen Mallet. For that extra health, attack damage, and that slow. Right, so total stance, the persistent effect, Udyr's attacks can't crit, but he restores 10% of his damage as health and 5% of his damage as mana. This is the second ability I use for jungling. Normally up to blue, when you hit level 2, you put a point in your turtle stance, and then you switch between them to try and get up the max of your monkey's agility. So just as one monkey's agility is about to run out, you use another ability, so it refreshes it, and that way you can have the most attack speed and dodge chance. So Lux was able to make the Twisted Fate flash. We didn't know if he was going to come back or not, but hopefully he would be, because then I'll be able to gank him. But instead I just decided to try and come through here, and there was nobody. Right, so unfortunately the Garen died to, the Garen killed Malphite and is now on a killing spree, 3-0. And the Ashe got a kill on Mordekaiser. Bot lane going really well. Anyway, I am getting chased by Garen. I am trying to run away. There's not much he can really do. So he is chasing into our jungle. And we are going to try and get him now. Garen has been stunned on that, but here comes Tristana. Lux is going to miss a laser, but then it is on a pretty short cooldown. So here's TF as well. Pretty low. Looks like he did actually stick around from that fight with Lux before. Meanwhile, Ashe has been exhausted. Renekton has used his ultimate. They are trying to get away. She has also been altered by Mordekaiser. There is an exhaust going onto the Renekton. So they're trying to heal. Going to have to flash. I'm not sure what the health is. There are no health bars. And Mordekaiser chasing past the turret. Has ignited Ashe. Ashe is going to be able to pick up the kill on Mordekaiser. Is Ashe going to survive? Yes, she is going to survive on about 200 HP. So, total stance, on activation he gains a temporary shield that absorbs some damage. There it is there, the white. It's gone now. Yeah, so his E is bear stance. Is persistent effect. Udyr mauls his target with such force that they are stunned for 1 second. This effect cannot occur on the same target for 6 seconds. I will point out as well that the more points you put in it, the stun doesn't actually increase in duration. It's only the activation duration that actually is extended, and the activation is he gains increased movement speed for a few seconds. So Ashe coming on a gank here on the Garen, and Lux is going to be able to take her down with Ashe's help. Meanwhile, we were able to take bot turret, and I can see Renekton and Mordekaiser because of this ward, and I am going to try and go after this Renekton. Yep, there it is. I'm going to be able to kill him. He probably wasn't aware of the ward, but I am going to flash over, use my best stance to stun Mordekaiser, and then use my Tiger, and then Ashe is going to pick up the kill. Right, so between his turtle stance and bear stance, you can max either of them over the other one. In this game I did max bear stance, but sometimes I think now what I do is, unfortunately they did take top turret, as TF did, I think, Telly up there to try and help out. But for this game, yeah, so I did max bear stance, but right now I think I put 3 points in bear stance for the increased movement speed for ganking, and then I just maxed my turtle stance after that for the increased shield and restoration effects. And his Phoenix stance, this is another one that people use mainly for jungling. I personally don't use it, but yeah. Every third attack is its persistent effect. Udyr engulfs enemies in front of him in flame, dealing magic damage. Activation: Udyr sends out pulsing waves of fire, dealing magic damage each second to nearby enemies for 5 seconds. In addition, Udyr's ability power is increased by 16, and his attack damage is increased by half of that amount. So we are going to be able to take down that Mordekaiser really easily. I think 2 ultimates going off there, the Sona one and the Ashe one. And I believe Ashe picked up the kill. So this Garen trying to go after this Ashe and Sona, but I am just going to try and fend them off. And look at that damage, just Ashe able to demolish Renekton's health due to the fact that Renekton is underleveled, and he and Mordekaiser were feeding Ashe really hard, 6-2-3. So yeah. So we are going to be able to go after this Garen. We are going to make him flash though, which is good. So yeah, we probably should just leave it there, just recall and you know, regroup. But Malphite has all this time been pushing. Ashe was able to go around and actually pick up a kill on Garen. Sorry I missed that. But yeah, unfortunately I wasn't there for that kill, but Mordekaiser did die to Sona. But so yeah, we did get 3 kills out of that, including the Mordekaiser one. So I am going to recall, pick up a Giant Spell and a Ruby Crystal. So yeah, this was to build the Frozen Barrel. I probably should have just bought the Phage and then saved up for the Giant Spell, but I guess I just wanted a bit more health, especially after these players such as Garen and Renekton. Nope, there it is. Right, bit of lag here, I'm guessing. Right, unfortunately I didn't actually see this. Sona was trying to go after this Sona. No, Tristana, and unfortunately she is going to die to the Ignite. Yep. I probably should have gone down to help her, but unfortunately I wasn't there to actually... Well, I was there, I just didn't see it, and that was stupid. That was the only death she actually had. She was 108. Meanwhile, the Lux did get a double kill on the Mordekaiser and Garen. So I'm going to be able to get out of there, and then I'm going to use my turtle stance to mask the damage, then use my tiger stance, try and get as much attack speed as possible to try and get this turret, but I am just going to back off. Meanwhile, they were able to get mid turret and make the TF flash.
Unstoppable.
So I'm going to use Bear Stance, try and get out. I also have flashed. Lux was able to get a kill on Mordekaiser once again, 2-10-0. But meanwhile, I was able to put down a fair amount of harass on that tower, and then get out when Garen tried to go after me. Garen actually is not as tanky as me. So when I did recall, I did pick up Regrowth Pendant. I think I'm buying a Warmogs first. Right, so normally you can build for Udyr, you can build in like flat attack damage, which I never actually do. And then what I normally do is I build him either tank or tanky DPS. Normally tanky DPS, so I get things like my main build is Frozen Mallet, Warmogs, Merc Treads, Atmos Impaler, Sunfire, I believe, and one other item. I'm not too sure what the other item is though. And oh yeah, I think it's a Wriggles. So, but you can normally sell the Wriggles, but you know, I normally don't. Whoop. Okay. So yeah, unfortunately I was having a bit of discussion with this Twisted Fate. He seems to supposedly know my match history, and yeah, so he's saying how he's way better than me, I suck, and I have really bad match history. That is not true. What I did, just to check, I actually, after this game, checked my match history, and I actually had pretty good match history. It was mostly wins. And I checked his match history, and you just see, like, all of his matches in his match history are ranked games, and they're all losses. So, I'm not kidding. So, I was really confused as to why he's saying all this stuff. So meanwhile, Luck's getting engaged on the Mordekaiser, and Ashe is actually going to be able to pick up a kill on Mordekaiser. Then Ashe is going to use her ultimate, and she's going to be able to hit Renekton, but Renekton's just going to be able to get out. Meanwhile, I did pick up Dragon before, and now I was going to try and go after this Tristana. She is at the tower, and she is a level above me, but other than that, there's not much difference. I'm going to try and keep using my best stance to catch up to her. And there she is. Use my best stance, use my tiger stance. I do have red buff, so he's going to help. I'm going to use my best stance, be able to stun her again, use my tiger, and then I'm going to have to try and use my best stance to catch up to her, and then I'm going to be able to take her down, and actually give myself again a killing spree. I am 713, and that's going to help me out a lot. Meanwhile, our Ashe is actually godlike now with 927, as she did pick up a kill on the Renekton. Right, so we are actually pushing up to the Nexus. We have already taken one Nexus turret down. We were actually able to take down Mordekaiser under the turret, but unfortunately Malphite had to die for it. Meanwhile, we were able to take down the second Nexus turret. And I did recall, pick up my Warmogs and my Giant's Belt. My Giant's Belt going towards that Frozen Mallet now, I believe, finally. Normally I get my Frozen Mallet first, just this time I did get a Warmogs first. So we should be able to do in one final push, be able to take down this Nexus. The kills 24-7. This game going really easily for us. These people weren't that good, especially this Twisted Fate. I'm not sure what his items were. He had Boots of Speed, Catalyst the Protector. I'm not sure about that Catalyst. You probably might be able to get it, but not really turn it into anything. A Heart of Gold. Heart of Gold, I don't actually know why you would get a Heart of Gold on Twisted Fate. Health Potion and 010, so not really being in any team fights. And only 53 CS, even I have more than that. So we were able to take down Mordekaiser, and we are just going after this Nexus. I am going pretty well. I am ignoring any team fight, going after it. Here comes Tristana trying to knocked me away from the Nexus, but I am just going to go back to trying to smash the hell out of it. Ash is going to be able to try and pick up a kill on Renekton. It doesn't matter. We are going to go up to Tristana and then finish off this Nexus. So that is going to be GG. I hope you guys enjoyed this game. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Leave a comment on who you would like to see next. And yeah, thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.